Big D Entertainment, in association with Dipsy Doodle Productions, presents The Dave Holly Hour, brought to you by Trio Jazz Club, Sioux Falls' premier jazz club. Enter as friends, leave as family. Serendipity Studio Gallery and Gifts, Chasers Food and Spirits, Excel Chiropractic, Quality Nails, and the Sioux Falls Arts Council. The Dave Holly Hour features Sioux Empire Arts and Entertainment Conversations. A true lover of arts, entertainment, good food, and fun times, including an occasional Jack Daniels. Okay, so a few Jack Daniels. Here he is, Dave Holly.
Thank you, Zach Dresch, and thank you for taking some time to listen to the show that goes beyond the 5 minutes of simply telling you about an upcoming event. Here is where you learn more about the creatives and performers in the events you enjoy. You will enjoy learning more about performer Lilhy Satterlee as we learn about everything she's involved with. But first, let's pop the cork on this bubbly little show.
Time to grab your favorite beverage, lift it high, and toast it to being Thursday, a.k.a. Weekend Eve.
Hey, the weekend isn't around the corner, it's here!
So long, hump day and your frumpy way. We say hello to Thursdays with opening nights. The weekend is near and we can see the bright lights. Yes, Thursday, you're so hearty, we can't wait for Friday, so a day early, we start the party.
Doesn't matter what you toast with, as we all have different tastes, different times of the day we might be listening. I'm having Jasper Newton, a Jack Daniels Diet Coke with a lime. It's my usual. You might be drinking water, milk, coffee, tea, beer, wine, or champagne. It all comes in different things to drink it out of now, doesn't it? But whatever your beverage of choice is, lift it high and toast to that wonderful old adage of you learn something new every day. It's easy to forget to take things in, but a constant education in life is always around us. So make sure you take some time and just think of what happened today and what you learned. And of course, hope you learned something from this show. Cheers to learning something new every day. The Weekend Eve Toast is brought to you by Chasers, West 12th and Ellis Road. Stop in for great food, great beverages, and fun times. Monday nights at 7, we play Dave Holly Hour Trivia. Chasers, your neighborhood gathering place. Honorable mention. So what made Dave laugh, chuckle, chortle, downright slap my knee silly, or even shed happy tears recently? Oh, this past weekend was the Broadway and Beyond Seasons of Love outdoor show at McKinnon Park. First of all, anytime I can take in something at the band shell at McKinnon Park, I love it. But Kim Bartling, Ephemeral Productions, you always bring something fun every summer. You had 40 people, or 40 songs in 30 minutes, or not in 30 minutes, but in 90 minutes, and you had all sorts of different types. I mean, we're talking young kids, we're talking people that would be, well, toward my age, perhaps. But Kim always brings something fun, and it was just a joy to take that all in. In just a few minutes, we get to know the very lovely Lilhy Satterlee on the Dave Holly Hour. Serendipity Studio, art that moves you, now showing all month long. Pathways, wonder, wander, discover. Pathways explores how art can illuminate the routes that shape us, divide us, and connect us. Each piece tells a story. What will you discover on your path? And don't miss the Atrium Makers Market this Saturday. Browse a lovely indoor market full of handcrafted goods, unique art, and one-of-a-kind creations from local artists and makers. Learn more at SerendipitysStudiosD.com. Your favorite piece of art might just be waiting. Trio Jazz Club is an intimate music venue in the heart of Sioux Falls. It's family-owned and family-run. Ricardo and Mary Beth and the entire staff provide the art of hospitality while the best local and regional musicians provide the smooth sounds. It's a great vibe with live music Tuesday through Saturday nights. The chefs and mixologists offer an amazing menu and beer and wine lists. Cocktails as smooth as the jazz. Join the club, Trio Jazz Club, across from the Washington Pavilion. Enter as friends, leave as family.
Ladies, when it's time to give your nails some love, get that extra special treatment from Quality Nails on South Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Manicures and pedicures that look great and make you feel fantastic. Zaya and Tony don't simply provide the service, they provide professional care for your hands and feet. Whether you just want the basics or you're looking for an extra special look with an added flair. Oh, and guys, it's okay to treat yourself too. Quality Nails on Minnesota. Call for an appointment, 605-334-1463.
It's the podcast that creatives in the Sioux Empire listen to so they can learn more about other creatives. It's the Dave Holly Hour.
Welcome back, everyone. Yes, I say it every single conversation on this show. It is always a pleasure to talk Sioux Empire arts and entertainment. And you know what's really a pleasure is when you're home in your home studio and a knock on the door and in walks this ray of sunshine that is scheduled to be on the show. So welcome for the first time, Lilhy Satterlee. How are you?
Thank you so much, Dave. This is such a milestone for
Oh,
me.
my. Well, you've hit a milestone recently, too. Yeah, you got yourself a Sioux Falls Stage Award.
Yes.
Yeah, you've been a little bit busy. You seem to be busy all the time.
Yes.
Because you had that. You were a school teacher at Eugene Field Elementary A+.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have a little film festival that you're a part of that's coming up too.
I sure do.
Wow.
Lots going on.
Yes, you do. Are you like me that busy beats boredom?
I do enjoy having a lot on the calendar. And actually, I always have my planner on me. I have it with me right now. You know, I'm always filling it in.
There you go. That's the way to be. All right. So where do we want to start? We want to start and say the usual thing I would ask, like, okay, so how did you get into acting? What prompted you?
Right. And Dave, that's why I have my big old folder I brought with me today.
You have a lot packed in there. I can see that.
Yes, I am so grateful. My mom has kept every playbill, every program, every newspaper clipping. And so I was looking through my totes of memorabilia before I came over, and even then I was going, oh yeah, I did this show. I was involved in this. So I got my start in church, actually, where I attended with my family in my hometown Sauk Center, Minnesota. Yeah. And my parents tell me that I just had this desire to get up in front of people. I was really comfortable there at church, had such a great loving community. And so, as they say, I just would get up and sing in front of everyone after the service, just like, I know this song. And they would cheer for me and way to go, Lily. We love your voice. We love your singing. Keep doing that.
Oh, wow.
And so that was just a really sweet foundation to grow from. Just lots of love and encouragement. And from there, I was involved with camps in Sauk Center, the Prairie Fire Theater camps that are similar to the Spotlight productions, where it's just a really limited amount of time to put on a whole show.
Those are the things that always amaze me. These kids camps where they do that in 1 week's time or something.
Yes, it's incredible.
Like, wow, how do they get it done? Because that's a lot of work.
It sure
Now,
is.
I realize they're usually a shorter show than a regular player musical, but still, there's a lot going on. You know, the memorization, the singing, the rehearsal time itself, choreography typically is involved in it, blocking, and I'm sure that for some kids, it's their first experience about blocking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, you got to stand over here. All right.
I
Got that now.
definitely had my back to the audience during rehearsals initially. I was starting at zero. I had no idea.
Yeah. Oh, so a great start that way, and it has turned into a wonderful thing for you.
Yeah.
So first of all, you've got this job over at A+, the Eugene Field A+ Elementary School, and you're a kindergarten teacher?
That's right. I'm with the little ones.
You took it on.
I did. I never anticipated that I would be with kindergartners. I went to school at USF and earned my undergrad degree in elementary ed, of course, with a minor in ELL and then also in theater.
Okay, ELL.
English language learners.
Okay. So somewhat like English as a second language and so forth?
Yeah, as a new language. So I was hoping, obviously, to use that minor, and I do. We do have some students who are learning English who I get to interact with in my general ed classroom, but I just always imagined second or third grade.
Right.
For some reason.
My sister was an ESL, English as a second language teacher in the Nashville School District for 30 years.
For 30 years.
Yeah, dealt with 42 different dialects one year.
Whoa, all in 1 year. I thought you were going to say your whole career.
All in 1 year that time. And that didn't even include rednecks. So, which is quite prevalent down there. Yeah. All right. So then you start working at the camps and the acting, and you're learning to be on stage. And it sounds like you were just kind of a natural from the beginning. But at what point did you say to yourself, I really want to do more of this?
Well, actually, I would say my desire to perform was natural and inherent, but my confidence wasn't.
Oh, okay.
So, as I said, when I was singing in church in front of my church family, it was a great foundation, but I would get to those week-long camps and we would be circled up for an audition and it would be my turn, and I was just this meek, timid, quiet child because I didn't have that foundation of relationship yet, and I was very self-conscious and nervous. So the first couple of years, I was happy to be tree number one or part of the ensemble, and that was really wonderful because, like you said, I was learning blocking. I was learning this is how we do a show. But throughout my time at school and as the summers went on, I started realizing, the kids who are getting these parts that I would love to try, they're the ones who are standing tall.
Right. Got that swagger.
Yeah. They've got volume, that confidence. Yeah. So I chased that for many years to get to a point where, I mean, of course, even now I still get nervous, but I've got confidence about your abilities and
All right. So the singing came first, then along comes the acting.
Yes.
And at what point did you get a lead role?
Oh, man. So I remember feeling like I've really made it in theater when I got to be the witch in Into the Woods in my high school production. And initially, I was after Baker's Wife for that show, thinking that was the role I really wanted. But I came to love playing the witch. I came to see her as such a dynamic, important character. But I wanted to circle back because you had asked me when was the moment that I wanted to become a performer. And something a lot of people may not know about me is that I used to sing in an Irish band.
Really?
Yes. And
dance too?
You know what? They would have me come out and do a little jig. They did. I had props, I had costumes, everything. But that band was Skilly and Duff out of Alexandria, Minnesota. And we would travel. We would, of course, do our
and what ages was this then?
Show. One of our big shticks was that I would come out and say, I'm Lily, and I've been in this band for over half of my life. So I started, I want to say, when I was 6 years old, and then went on through maybe being 14, 15 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
how fun.
So anyway, performing with them and the live band and big audiences, I was like, you know what? I could get used to this.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really love the joy it's bringing people. I love interacting with people in the lobby after the show. And
I do too.
Yeah.
You know, that's always a key thing for me as someone that's been at the show.
Mhm.
I want to get out there and say, hey, you are great, and talk about everything. And then, you know, come along sometimes and go, I got to get you on the show sometime. Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens often. So Irish, wow, you've kind of covered a lot.
I have, I mean, I've got to show you.
Yes.
I've got this big old folder, listeners.
All about, oh, goodness,
Where
look
do
at
I
this
have
stuff.
my-
I saw some USF stuff in there. Yeah.
Here's the poster for our show. See if you can spot me.
Upper left.
Yes.
Yep. Upper
The
left.
tiny little girl.
Oh, goodness gracious. St. Patty's weekend too big. That must have been, great name or great title for the show. Rock, RAUC,
Uh-huh.
on with Skilly and Duff and Crew.
Yes. It
Oh,
was,
what a handbill on that.
and again, just a family of musicians
Mhm.
who supported me and helped
Well,
me grow.
Don't you find that now, too, in each production that you're in? First of all, you end up with this little family of each production. The more productions you're in, meet new people, that the theater family gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's so fun to watch how that happens. What is your favorite part of, let's just go with singing first.
Sure.
What makes you feel great about being on stage in front of people and singing?
Well, to what you've just been talking about with that theater family, that theater community, I really prefer to sing with others.
Okay.
I love to hear harmonies come together. I love to be in choir. So I was in choir in elementary, middle school, high school, and then carried over to be in the USF concert chorale. And some of my favorite singing memories are being in cathedrals with fabulous acoustics and hearing my voice mixing with the other
Others.
voices in the choir. Oh, it's just beautiful what we can create together.
Yeah.
And I'm in the Rainbow Chorus now, continuing to
fantastic.
experience that moment.
Yeah.
Or moments of hearing our voices blend.
Yeah. I've been a fan of that ever since it started because I had already talked to Bo McGregor a couple of times.
Oh, Bo.
And he's
Love
such a
Bo.
great guy. And then finally got to Del Huber's on in the past year and have seen him in many other aspects around town for so many years. So that's just yet another great thing that's going on.
Yes.
And we are so thankful that in this community, because I grew up down in Rock Rapids, just 35 miles away. And first of all, when I was 16 and could drive up here and have a date, the population sign was like 68,000, and now we're at like 220 or something like that.
Wow.
So it's been amazing to see the physical growth, but also over the past 25 to 30 years, the arts community growth here. Because back when I was a kid, you might come up, you'd go to a movie theater, not necessarily to see a show. There was no Washington Pavilion at that time. There was no sculpture walk yet. Things along that line. They just weren't a part of the scenery yet. And then I always think that the pavilion and sculpture walk, pretty close time frame of the openings of those, were huge in what they meant. And because I remember talking to Jim Clark when I was back at Kellaway a bajillion years ago about the sculpture walk. And he had this idea, and here's what we're going to do. It's like, okay, you always hope something does well. And sure enough, that's done very, very well. Brought tourism into this town, more so than we already had. And now we've got so many different things you can be involved in the arts and entertainment, whether it's visual arts or performing arts. Don't say you can't find anything.
Right.
There is always something going on
So
in
true.
this town when it comes to being entertained. And it's always fun to see you on stage.
Thank you.
You know, this, like I said at the beginning, I mean, truly, you walk into this room and it's like bright.
Oh,
Here's this ray of sunshine. And
Thank
it's
you.
like when you're on stage, you have that as well. You know, even when you're playing the more serious parts and so forth, you can still tell that there's something about you as a singer, as an actor. Do we say dancer too?
we could
Okay.
say dancer, but with a bit of a question mark behind it. It's something I'm working on.
Okay. Well, see, that's the other thing. You're always learning, aren't you?
Yes.
You have to be.
Lifelong learner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, of course, you would have to be as an educator.
As a teacher, yes.
Okay, for one thing, rule around here is this interview, I call them conversations, can
What it
go
is.
anywhere at any time.
Mhm.
And so we'll circle back to a lot of different things. But
Yeah.
so on the education part, do you use a lot of your artistic abilities in teaching?
Yes. So Eugene Field A plus
Is
elementary.
the-
Many
right.
people don't realize what the A plus stands
That's
for.
right.
It stands for arts plus academics. So
Mhm.
our top priority is incorporating the arts and recognizing that everyone learns in multiple ways. And we use the multiple intelligences theory where we talk about, okay, let's use our nature smarts right now. Let's use our body smarts,
Mm-hmm.
our math smarts, our self smarts is one of my favorites to talk
Ooh.
about in kindergarten. And so we're using.
I need talking about that at age 62.
Oh, yes. Everyone needs self smarts, people smarts. I don't know if I mentioned that one. But it's just a fabulous school to be at because
Mhm.
of that emphasis and just the recognition that there are some kids who are going to learn through the read aloud, but there are some kids who need to get up and act out what just transpired. And so a lot of times I'll say, okay, let's do some drama. We just heard this math story problem about 3 ducks joining 3 chickens on the farm. Who's going to be my ducks? And they're shooting their hands in the air, so excited to just act that out.
Oh, that's fun.
And so the learning comes to life. And on my end, I'm always talking about how I'm performing every single day for these
True.
kids.
Yeah.
Especially in kindergarten, I'm bringing my enthusiasm, bringing my patience, trying to.
Definitely would have to be. That's why I said, boy, you're taking on a lot when you do that.
Mhm. Yes.
Jump right into the fire of learning how to deal with kids. All right. And so you help them out with that. And you just finished. We're going to go back to the beginning here, you know, about the stage award.
Yeah.
You weren't able to be there because you were, once again, being of a giving soul. And so your partner, Grace Dummett, accepted for you.
She did.
She did and looked stellar as well.
That suit.
Yeah, it was perfect, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was so Grace.
Yeah.
And so she accepts that on your behalf. And did they tell you prior then that would be taking place?
No.
So they had to have contacted her to say, hey, if she's going to be gone, we need this.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
So I was away. I work for Sanford Children's Hospital
Mm-hmm.
in the summer to do their camps that they put on at Joy Ranch. So I was at Joy Ranch for Spirit Camp, which is a camp for kiddos with spina bifida. It's just an amazing place to be. I love those kids. So I knew I wasn't going to miss camp.
Right.
So when I heard that the stage awards overlapped, that was such a bummer. But I
Oh,
knew,
no
okay,
kidding.
I'm still obviously going to camp. And complete honesty here, I was so honored to be nominated.
Mm-hmm.
But I just told myself, like, it's okay that I won't be there because there will be no need for me to get up on stage. I just was really sure that the nomination was the end of the road for me. And I was so happy, so grateful. And Grace, being the amazing and encouraging partner that she is from day one, was like, nope, you're going to write me something because you are going to win. I know it.
Really?
And I just kept saying, nope, there's no need. I don't I don't think there's any need for me to get in that headspace because there's these deserving people nominated alongside of me, and certainly one of them will be taking home the stage award. And she just kept after me with that, saying, please write me something. I know you're going to win. I want to be able to accept for you and know what to say. Up until the morning of, she finally was like, I'm begging you, write something. And I think at that point, Luke had said, it's pretty likely you're going to say a few words. So she was insistent. And so finally, the morning of the stage awards, I took the first 15 minutes of my morning before I got the girls up to just type in my notes app what I wanted to say. And Dave, it was so long. I was just, kind of a stream of consciousness, thanking all of these people and realizing, oh my goodness, there are so many people to thank.
Right. Yeah, there always are. And so at what time did you find out?
Grace ran. She must have just booked it to the lobby after she went up and accepted for me, and she FaceTimed me and
show you the trophy.
In that moment, I was sitting in our cafeteria. We had a screen. We were playing the movie Ratatouille for the kids. And I mean, I love that movie. And I was wearing these pink footy pajamas, and my hair was in crazy braids from the kids doing my hair. And so I see my phone, I see a call coming in, and I see it's Grace, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I don't think she'd be calling me unless, could it be? And so I answered, and she was holding the trophy, and she said, you won. I said, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. And just couldn't believe it. I was really, really humbled.
Wow. Yeah, it's a funny thing when you are not expecting to receive an award. See, I got one the first year that they had it.
The first
but
year?
Yeah, but not anything I had been nominated for.
And it's prominently displayed
yes,
here.
It is. Because they give out, some special dedication ones that they don't publicly have a nomination show or reveal about those or anything. And so a couple of fun stories along with it then. We were dining a kitty corner because that was the first year. It was a COVID year, and it was outdoor because of COVID. And you had to wear a mask. And also it was about 100 degrees. But beforehand, we decided to go over and have supper over at Mackenzie River. And I spilled.
Oh, no.
Luckily, I was wearing two shirts, but I spilled on the undershirt. And I said, well, at least I don't have to worry about getting an award tonight anyway.
Oh, my goodness.
Then I do get the award, and I got to button up then. But afterward, Carrie says, now I know why Luke kept asking me all week long, you guys are going to be there, aren't you? You guys are going to be there, aren't you?
Oh, funny. Oh,
yeah.
wonderful.
So that, great. But those are when you're, yeah. Well, and I would be very much the same in terms of if I were nominated for something, and then look at I don't want to say competitors.
Yeah, the other nominees.
The colleagues, the others that are in your peers. And to see the list of other nominees, I'd automatically go, yeah.
Just so happy for them. I was looking down the line just like, oh, yes, they're a shoo-in.
Right.
Oh, wait, she's actually a shoo-in. No, wait, I saw that show. She was incredible.
I know, because you have to be very discerning when it comes to that. And so it's a very, very fun thing to have happen. And I'm going to guess there might be a couple more down the line for you.
Oh, man. I mean, I am so grateful and happy with what I have. And like you, I have it prominently displayed in my living space. And
do you have other things that you want to do besides you're involved in Good Night and been some other things around here? But is there a higher aspiration for you in terms of being on stage?
Oh, definitely. I mean, like we were saying, I love learning. I love growing. And so certainly with all the opportunities we have in Sioux Falls, like you were talking
Right.
about, I mean, I've been here, I want to say 9 years now,
Okay.
and I've seen growth.
Right.
And just so many new opportunities bubbling up. I'm always hearing about something that I didn't know about prior. And I'm going, oh my gosh, there's just so much going on in Sioux Falls in the arts community, like you were saying. And so definitely, I mean, my home is with Goodnight
Right.
Theater right now. I'm so excited to be a collective member. And that's a new development for me.
Oh, wow. You get the asterisk by your
yes,
name now.
I do. But I certainly want to go out for other opportunities in the future. I love going to Bear Bodkins. I love Shakespeare and just everything they're doing. And that's something that I'd love to try someday.
Yeah.
So maybe an audition there. I know that the Premier Playhouse is doing fabulous work. Maybe someday I'll audition for them. Monstrous Little Theater Company. This weekend I'll go to their readings that they do at the library.
That's right. Yeah.
I went for the first time in June. Love that. I hadn't known about it prior.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go, you read the script together with this group you've just met. And man, I love that.
I will give you a key. When it comes to Premier Playhouse, you know, they do that yearly local playwright festival where they choose a couple out of like 6 finalists. And then they finally get down to 2. And they have a day reading. If you get a chance to read for somebody in those, do it. I'm 3 for 3.
Nice.
Yeah. The 3 times I've read, those 3 have been chosen.
Coincidence?
I don't know.
I think not.
So you said you still get a little nervous when it comes to auditioning and so forth. Do you have any keys that release things so that you do get that confidence level to audition? What kind of routine do you go through prior?
I honestly just try to take the advice I give my students because I'm teaching kindergartners about self-regulation.
Right.
And okay, when we're feeling nervous or overwhelmed, what should we do? And we have all of these strategies. And one of the most effective is breathing. So I'm definitely doing those breathing exercises that I teach my students, sniffing the flower, blowing out the candle. There's one where you use your hand, you breathe in as you trace your fingers and breathe out as you come down. And then I also...
I'll be doing that from here on out.
Yeah, that's good to keep in your back pocket. But I also just do some thought exercises, right? Like, what do I want to feel like when I'm walking out of the audition room? Because that's going to happen. In 5 minutes, I'm going to be walking out. And what do I want to feel like? I want to feel like I've done my best. I want to feel like I was comfortable. And so I just imagine that and imagine the adrenaline I'm going to feel, because it's always that way. I'm walking out and I'm like, okay, let's go party. I can do anything. And that helps me a lot.
Yeah. So you've got that award now, and now you're going to be in another Good Night production. That is Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Rocky Horror.
Have you been in that before?
No.
Okay. Have you been in any of the ones, the cast-alongs that they do?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so you're going into this. Boom.
I went and saw Goodnight's production of Rocky Horror at the Icon.
How was that? Yeah.
Yeah, in 2019.
Yeah.
And that was my very first experience with Rocky Horror, other than seeing a Rocky Horror themed episode on Glee.
Okay.
Which was a TV show that I loved and still love. But that was my first experience to the full show. And I had attended because my friend Brady Borma was playing Rocky. And I loved it so much. I loved that I was just immersed in this whole new world, this whole new story that has such a following and all of these traditions. Of course, we didn't get to do any of the call outs at the Icon, but I went to the State Theater and...
Did you take toast along with you?
No, they didn't let us do the toast.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine so.
Because of the mess, but we did get to put a newspaper on our head and shoot some confetti, and that was so much fun. That was earlier this summer, and that was my first time ever seeing the movie and experiencing the call outs and the props.
Right.
And I was sitting there watching the movie and just thinking, okay, I'm so excited that Goodnight has this on the docket. Never imagining that I would get to be in the show, let alone be Janet. So I'm just thrilled.
All right. Looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Okay. So how many more good nights are you going to be in their season?
So I will get to be the assistant stage manager for White Christmas.
Okay.
And then I also get to be in Pride and Prejudice in the spring. And I'll play Jane, the eldest sister, in that one.
Okay. So you got that. Okay. Got to figure something out. See, 'cause I'm thinking of something else that perhaps you could be in a particular show that I produce,
Ooh. I like the sound of that, Dave.
Oh, we'll talk.
Okay, sounds
My
good.
people will contact your people.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
When you are rehearsing, what's the toughest part for you? Are you good at memorizing the story and the lyrics, or are you better at memorizing the blocking?
It's a good question.
I get in one per interview. One good question.
I say that during rehearsals, I do struggle with memorization. And that's evidenced by the fact that I brought just this folder of every program that I've...
Way to go, Mom. You kept them all.
Mom kept everything. Because without that, it is hard for me to remember. I'm a total visual learner. So memorization for me looks like poor Grace Dummett needing to just go over and over and over scenes with me. Or my dad.
She knows more lines than anybody.
She really does. She really could just hop up for me if that ever needed to be. But yeah, the rehearsal process, it's just so helpful to run the scene over and over and over. I need to feel it in my bones. I need to get really used to it so that the blocking just feels natural. And the directors I've worked with, I've been so fortunate to work with people who have said, okay, let's just try it and see what your instincts are with blocking, and where do you feel like you need to stand and cross, or do you feel like you need to be still? And they've really given freedom, and that's just a fun collaborative process.
One of the things that I've been so happy to see in this whole explosion here in the arts is the youth of directors. It's not everybody my age directing, It's not the seniors so much. Yes, we still do, and there are people that do, but so many. You've got Bob, you've got Luke, you've got Whitney Rapana.
Rachel Payne, my girl.
Yeah. Oh, isn't she incredible?
I love Rachel Payne so much.
She is awesome. She is a great person. Yeah. Had her and Steve on together one time. That was pretty cool.
I need to go back and find that one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can do so at davehollyhour.com. Use the search button. So you got all that. What about, when you're not doing anything? Or is that like minimal time?
Oh, I definitely make sure that I have time to
set it aside then. Yeah.
I definitely try. I love my evenings. I love spending time with my dog, Clementine. I know that you're a fellow animal lover.
Yes.
And so I'm taking her on walks, taking her to the dog park. And I also love fashion. I love to go thrifting or antiquing.
Oh, now you're speaking my wife's language.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
My mom is definitely the one who taught me that and who influenced my love for for all things shopping and treasure hunting, really.
Well, we call the decor in our household shabby chic.
Shabby chic.
Shabby chic, yep. That's kind of the way we go because,
I like it.
we'll get something that's, oh, yeah, that's really cool. Man, look at what they've done with this. And then we'll go to an estate sale. Just got to have that. It just looks cool.
That's the way to do it. The estate sales and garage sales.
Estate sales are our favorites. Yeah, we have found many a treasure there.
Definitely.
What do you consider to be a treasure in your life?
I love that. I was reflecting before I came here today and was just thinking, anticipating you might ask me, like, what makes you tick, Lily? And essentially, that's what you're asking now. And I was thinking, I love people and I love animals. And those are my top two that I just really feel deeply in my soul. So,
and what's your spirit animal?
Ooh, okay. I recently decided this.
Okay.
Because in the past, I've really loved llamas. I really loved sloths. But although I kind of look like each of those animals in certain ways, I like to joke about that with my friends and family.
That is a joke, yes.
But I didn't feel like a spiritual connection with them. But this summer, I visited Fort Collins, Colorado. And
Fort Fun, as I called it.
Fort Fun?
Yes.
Oh, I love Fort Collins.
Great town. I worked in Greeley for a year.
Oh, you've done it all.
Quite a bit.
But we were going on a hike and my friends were birding. So they're looking through their binoculars at the birds, calling out the different ones they're seeing. And I was just enamored with the prairie dogs.
Really?
And yes. I couldn't stop exclaiming, they are so cute. I love them so much. Look at them. So I recently decided a prairie dog.
Oh, yeah.
I just felt that spiritual tie.
Mine is an elephant.
An elephant because of the wisdom, I imagine.
That, and for a long time, my memory was pretty sharp. It's not anymore, but it is. And then the fact that, here's this huge animal, and it's afraid of a mouse. Yep. So that kind of sums up me.
What's your mouse?
What's it? Oh,
what a question, right?
Yeah.
What's your
There are a lot of mice that I have to deal with. Yeah. My biggest one is, I call it the 3Ds. I really tried to make a point of it this year because I don't do, New Year's resolutions. I make goals and so forth. But one that's kind of more toward a resolution is to make sure that the first D doesn't go to the second doesn't go to the third. The first one is disappointment. And don't let disappointment then get you to the point that you are doubting yourself. Because when you get those two and you keep going, the third D is depression.
Yes.
And that is one that I deal with.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I do have a lot of great things in my life that I'm very, very thankful for. And so it's, I have to remind myself of all that. But sometimes the disappointment part isn't as bad as it used to be. So that cuts down the whole chain effect of it all.
Yeah.
But boy, when you hit that doubt part, that's a tough part,
Thank you for sharing that.
You're
I feel
quite
like
welcome. Yeah.
anyone listening is going to really identify with that.
Right. And, I talk to other people that deal with depression, and they've got similar things, not all in the same, but it's tough. And, one of the things I've always been wanting to have in town, and I've talked about it with several people from different organizations and so forth, is to have a comedy show of all the comics in town that have told people, I deal with depression. And that would be most of us.
That would be so powerful.
Yeah. But, first do the set. Then after everybody's done their set, then they all sit around in a circle and talk about depression and how they deal with it and how to make sure that you're not afraid of it then. Because if you get afraid of depression, you're done for.
Right. Getting it out in the open is so
but telling somebody, even if it's just one person you tell, so that you've always got someone to bounce something off of, that will help you
so much.
Greatly. And, you know, I came from that era where you really didn't talk about it or anything. And so I'm glad that mental health is now being recognized as a part of health.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's about
and that
time.
we don't have, there's still way too much stigma out there about it, but it's less than it used to be. I'm thankful to see that. Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. I mean, the best thing I've ever done for myself is start going to therapy. And I love going to see my therapist. And like you say, just talking about it brings so much freedom. And so it's been, I want to say 4 years that I've been seeing the same therapist of mine, and it's helped me so much.
All right. Back to our original reason for being here. But thank you for that.
Thank you.
Well, let's see. We still got, okay, I'm gonna stick with the stage part, and then we're going to go into the film festival.
Excellent.
Okay. So what has been to the date your favorite role that you've had?
Wow. See, this is why, again, I brought every program. My favorite role. Okay, I'm looking through.
You know, by the way, I like this.
Do you?
Because, you know, a lot of people would scrapbook it all.
Yes.
And I like this. Just see it all.
Just totes of random stuff. I mean, Grace and I are trying to do the scrapbooking thing, but it's so difficult. We're still on the first couple months of our relationship, like going back and remembering, okay, what do we do on this date? What do we do on this trip? Let's see. I got into, I'll just start with Goodnight Theater. I got into performing with Goodnight Theater because I found out they were going to put on Little Women. And that has always been just a really special story for me. I grew up watching the movie. And so that show will always stand out. And then, of course, I got to be in the show with Amy Morrison, whom I love so much. And it was such a joy to be in a show with her.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's ironic you bring her name up because you also mentioned the fact we always are learning. I knew that I had a good speaking voice, and I loved to karaoke, and I actually loved to sing, but I had a range of about 8 notes. And so at age 58, I took lessons from Amy, voice lessons.
Did?
Yeah, we got it to 16 notes at least.
Oh my goodness. Doubled it.
Yeah, we did. But just, you know, the compassion that that woman had, not just for the arts, but for life, and the grace that she had in her terminal illness was absolutely amazing, and miss her greatly. Yeah.
Me too.
What a great part of this community.
Yes, she absolutely rocked every role and everything that she was involved in. And she was, of course, Marmee in Little Women. And what a fabulous and very fitting role for her.
True.
She's just so maternal, and it was lovely to be
no doubt
in a stage family with her. So that was my favorite Good Night show so far. But I'm looking through, I'm remembering high school productions. Into the Woods stands out in high school, but I also did one-act plays, and those were really special because often my director, Margaret Shelby, would write what we performed. And I do have to just mention Margaret because she was really instrumental in building my confidence in theater and giving me opportunities and roles that would push me. And her voice is one that I often hear if I'm needing encouragement, because she's just another one of those people, along with my parents, who has just always, always, always believed in me. And she wanted to tackle really important stories. One of them that we did was the Laramie Project about Matthew Shepard.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was in high school. We all were. And I just remember that story really hitting us. It was our first time learning about it. And we got to perform the show and just start conversations.
Right.
And bring about more empathy and important topics.
Right.
So it was a really good balance.
Things that are going to make you think.
Yes.
Yeah.
A really good balance to be in the musicals, of course. You're Into the Woods, Guys and Dolls, Lil Abner was one we did. And then also in the same year to tackle really, really difficult topics. We also did Occupy Spoon River, I Never Saw Another Butterfly, which is a Holocaust story. And that's where I found my love for plays.
Right. Not just musicals.
Not just musicals.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. What's the role you want that you haven't played?
My dream show is
Yes.
Les Mis. And in Les Mis, I mean, I would just be thrilled to have any part, because Les Mis is my favorite musical. The cast is expansive and the ensemble needs to just be solid, and there's so many fun roles, but I would love to be Eponine. And I'm really drawn to characters who show a lot of emotion and need to be very vulnerable on stage. And I would just love to show her yearning for Marius and, spoiler alert, her death.
Right.
And yes, I have spoken to many directors saying, hey,
if you ever.
Les Mis is my favorite show. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. So another thing you are involved in, I want to see if I get the title right of it. Rare by Design.
You're right.
Okay. Rare by Design. You have a film festival coming up in September. So first of all, tell us what Rare by Design is and then how the film festival ties in.
Well, I want to get this wording just right. So I'm actually looking up Rare by Design on Facebook, which you should also do if you're a listener who's not familiar. I know that last fall when I went to their first film festival, I had no idea what Rare by Design was. And so again, that just speaks to, you know, everything we've got going on in Sioux Falls. But Rare by Design, celebrating the rare that makes us unique and extraordinary, particularly those with rare diseases and disabilities. So Rare by Design is just this incredible organization that puts on events like a style show where people with disabilities or rare diseases are the ones on the runway, showcasing the fashion. And so the film festival is another event put on by Rare by Design, again, with that mission of showcasing people with disabilities or rare diseases. And so the films that the committee, which I'm grateful to be a part of this year, that we selected are either written by, directed by, or starring someone who has a disability or rare disease.
Oh, my goodness. You know, this weekend, the Premier Playhouse has Penguin Project.
Yes.
And I'm so glad to see that there are so many things that become inclusive. And I applaud you for being a board member on that and part of that committee.
Absolutely.
Because I did not know about it. And it's like, wow, this sounds really intriguing. And so it's good to know that there are people that A, love art, B, no, let's change the order, that A, are good human beings that care about everyone, are involved in the arts,
Absolutely.
and can put it all together.
Yeah,
So,
everyone has something to offer.
that
and
they do. Yeah.
I love the Penguin Project. I'm glad you brought it up because this is my first summer not being a part of it.
Oh, true.
But I was with them for 3 summers, and those kids are incredible. You should definitely go see High School Musical this weekend.
And if you ever want to hear a very loud, uproarious, standing ovation, it's that.
That's the show.
That's the show to go to. It's so worth it.
Absolutely.
All right. Lilhy Satterlee, so great getting to know you more and to talk about all the great things that you're doing. Educator and being part of a committee that enjoys inclusiveness, and then talking about all the things that you've done on stage. It's just fantastic. And now I have to close with the questions that a first-time guest gets.
Okay, here we go.
And I say questions, the S is in parentheses. How you answer the first one might determine whether we have to answer.
Okay.
Ask me on that. When you are not part of the arts and entertainment scene, what do you like to be entertained by?
Well, first of all, Dave, I just want to thank you so much for the invitation.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
It really has. And we haven't had a chance to sit down and talk like this. So I really enjoy that and hope for more conversations where I can ask you questions and hear more about you.
Something intended for you on that too.
Okay, great.
Okay.
But when I'm not involved with the arts myself, what do I like to be entertained by? Of course, I love to go see other shows and productions. I'm loving going to the Levitt. I had a friend who was performing there, Katie Movick. I love obviously seeing my friends and theater family and the good night shows that I'm not a part of, or the Premier Playhouse or Monstrous Little Theater or Bear Bodkins or Midtown Radio. But at home, if I'm just chilling on the couch with Clementine and Grace, we're watching Project Runway, Survivor, The Great British Baking Show. So I love reality competition shows, I guess.
All right. So the final question then is, do you have any other hobbies?
Well, I haven't mentioned reading, which I have loved since childhood.
Favorite author?
Ooh, well, my favorite series are the Hunger Games books, actually. And so Suzanne Collins then is my favorite author. What about you?
Favorite author, David Baldacci.
David Baldacci. My dad has read David Baldacci, but I have not.
I love it. I am not a huge conspiracy theorist believer, and he doesn't necessarily write that, but there's this little tinge in the things that he writes. And at the end, in his bibliography, he has talked to many people in the government in high places. And so you sit there and think, okay, let's just say that 1/10 of what he wrote is true. That's kind of scary. And that's why I love it, because you're sitting there thinking, but then, all of a sudden he'll write a story about being on a Christmas train.
Okay, I was going to say so.
He'll throw out a couple little fun books in between time. And then also, I still love John Grisham.
Yeah.
And then Michael Connelly, who is the guy that wrote all the things for Bosch, which they turned into a TV series. And that's one of my many TV series that I watch.
Very cool.
All right. So anything else, Ed?
Just thank you so much. I'm really grateful.
Well, thank you. I am as well. Okay. And keep doing what you do.
You too.
I will. And we'll be back to wrap up the Dave Holly Hour in just a moment. Here's what's live at Trio Jazz Club. Tonight, enjoy classic jazz with the Johnson McKinney Quartet with the legendary performers from Brookings at 6:30. The Jeff Sukup Quartet plays 2 shows tomorrow night, 6:30 and 9. Several of Milwaukee's most active performing jazz musicians take the stage Saturday night at 6:30 and again at 9. They are Jazz Flux. They incorporate various elements and genres into traditional jazz. Next week starts off with Terry Brooks and Joel Shotwell playing a 6:30 show Tuesday night. Tickets available now at triojazzclub.com, where the jazz is live and the vibes are real.
Dr. Perry Langston and Dr. Corey Tooney know excellence is in you. That's why they provide you with excellent care at XO Chiropractic, improving your overall health in spirit, body, mind, and will. Get results the natural way. Arrange a consultation, 605-332-9235 or exokairos.com. Excellent care for excellent people. XO Chiropractic, located at 4309 South Racket Drive in Sioux Falls.
Once again, Dave Holly.
Thanks again to my incredible guest, Lilhy Satterlee. I say this every week, but I cannot say it often enough. Thank you all for supporting local arts and for taking the time to download, listen, and share the show. Don't forget, take a moment, peruse any of the previous shows at davehollyhour.com. Every one of the now 287 episodes is available anytime. I encourage you to go find your art. Find that art that you enjoy. Find the art that maybe you're interested in trying. And we shall see you in the arts. As the Sioux Falls Arts Council says, together we art. As Arts South Dakota says, home is where the art is. As I say, put some art in your heart. Remember, my name is Dave Holly, and for me, every day is a holiday.
The Dave Holly Hour has been brought to you by Trio Jazz Club, Sioux Falls' premier jazz club. Serendipity Studio Gallery and Gifts, Chasers Food and Spirits, XL Chiropractic, Quality Nails, and the Sioux Falls Arts Council. Stay up to date on the show by following on Instagram and Facebook. All episodes available anytime at davehollyhour.com. The Dave Holly Hour is produced in the Dipsy Doodle Studios by Big D Entertainment.
Thanks for listening.